Morning, guys. Hope we're all having a good Friday morning. Come on.
Oh, I'm here again. 2 seconds.
So, full body workout coming at you. Come on, pretty happy face on.
Full body workout coming at you.
Yeah,
Hello, everybody. How are we? You ready to do this?
I'm always ready.
Try not to break me.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
So, we have got full body coming at you. Weights wise, we have got squat, lunge, we've got tricep dip, tricep extension, or you can do a dip if you don't want to do a tricep extension. We have got lateral raise, and then we've got bicep curl into a shoulder press combo. So we're going to a couple of weights for these to get us up and moving. Nice full body session to blast out our Friday.
Friday.
On the toes, pick it up. Slide on the feet. And under your chest, pick it up. Arm back and straight. Back to the jacks, pick it up. And lift. Speed it up, let's go to 10. And stay, plant the feet, circle it around. Back move the arms. Relax that down, hands and hips, circle it around. You big long circles, do this now through. Change. Relax that, grab the toes, straight that out. Stretch it up. Back and in. Stretch that up. And then we'll sit down in, knees out, chest forward, and rotate. Like that. Push up position. Foot out round, stretch the hip. Change. Change. Change that through. Change. Again, elevate the hands if you need up onto the surface. Like that down. Get on the side, top knee to the chest, and we're trying to get the shoulder to the floor, not the arm, to get the rotation through that lower back. Switch. Knee up. Let's go. Then we'll take that round, raise the hips, good squeeze, roll up, roll down. Last one. And we'll pick it up. So, we're starting with the lunge. Then we are into Russian twist. We have got skitter hop into plank and touch. We've got a squat into a bicycle crunch. We've got a tricep extension or a dip, depending on which one you want to do. We have got boxing, get the heart rate up. We've got V-sit, lateral raise for the shoulders, those little ones. So you need a small set of dumbbells or bean pins or something like that there for weight. We are into a bicep curl to shoulder press, and then we are into a burpee. After that, to finish out the blast out on Friday. everything's going to be hit today. So once you're ready, we start with the lunge. You do it with or without weight, huh?
Okay, shall we say the lunge? Shall not lunge?
Not London.
No, needs to sort. Just so. Okay. Go ahead, work away. Does my knees still sore? Do you do you have one hand allowed to be like sore?
Oh. That's like that.
Let's go.
We're going to start this work,
Yes,
is it?
we are.
Oh my god. We just turned it into a gender issue here, or it's just because of it.
Right.
So
Okay,
anyway,
I'll time me. Go
you
ahead.
take me.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it can be a forward or reverse lunge. There you go. Of that. Once you're ready. Oh, so glad you're here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you can use a hand on the thigh if you need. If like really you have an injury, then the easiest thing to do is just change it into something else completely, like a core exercise or something like that. If you're able to squat later on when we're doing the squat, do that. But if you can't lunge, or if you can do it one side only, do it one side only, because at least you're working one side of the body and the other side does get a bit of carryover from that. So again, hand can be here, I was actually showing that, or it can be up, or you can have a weight, it's up to you. That's 1, and 10. We're into a Russian twist. So again, as we showed, you can do it with or without weight. Start off without weight and get your technique. We're going to go chest tall, lean back, twist that waist side to side, or if you've got the weight is still twisting. You're not then staying still and moving your arms.
Ready? 3, 2, let's go.
Breathe. Chest tall and rotating from my waist. Count your reps. And on the last 10. A rest.
4, 3, 2, and 10.
Together. From there we're into our skater hop. Again, it's that small movement side to side, so that can be just here, that small touch. It can be a slightly longer one for yourself, or it can be straight through, as long as you're touching down solid.
3, 2, let's go.
So we're jumping, you touch solid, touch solid. So the idea is that it's a solid stop, so this leg's working. So find the position where that is, even if it's here, just find that position.
Halfway. That's 5. And 10.
From that, we're into a plank and touch. So push-up position, if you need to elevate this, just do an elevated push-up plank. Do it here, you can forget about the touch, just so you can get that plank position, get stronger. Do you feel that as well?
Oh, okay.
Lock it up, and then touch, touch, but don't move.
Anything else?
Don't move anything else. I'm going to show you another variation once we get down.
3, 2, let's go.
Up, and again, for advanced, you can change that to just a solid long body plank, where we're aiming for the knee, for the thigh, without hitting anything else.
And you want to pay attention to this transition of weight to weight. Put your 2 hands down. Don't allow the body to wobble as you lift the hands.
Your hips aren't moving.
Everything's
So
stationary.
this is
5 seconds.
like a single arm plank, where you're not twisting out of it, you're keeping that solid.
And 10.
To challenge that core. Squats, and the way that you challenge it when you're doing that, is you don't allow the hip to twist away. So when you lift the hand, you don't allow the hip to do that. You keep it square. Squats.
3, 2, let's go.
So chest nice and tall, sit down into it, stand up out of that. Again, we can use that sofa if you need, where we touch and stand up. From there, is that good?
Right.
So nice and tall. I like to turn the toes out about 5 to 1, then open the knees out to that as I sit back. And I'm still pushing the hips back, then going down. Don't push the hips back like some people do. Do this. Keep pushing back.
5 seconds.
You turn it nearly like a deadlift. You're not squatting. We need to go
One
down.
more.
And that's squat.
And time. Well done.
Bicycle crunch. So you've got 3 positions with that bicycle crunch. You've got bent knees on the floor, feet on the floor, hands to the temples. Don't bring the elbow forward. Don't bring the knee up to meet the elbow. Twist. Shoulder lifts. You're aiming an armpit for the knee, but you're not touching. Or long, pull in, extend to get that similar movement pattern to the elevated bicycle crunch. Here, pushing through.
3, 2, let's go.
Breathe. Don't do fast, sloppy movements. Bicycle crunch, when it's done like this with this rotation, is like you're dead bug, controlled, but now you're rotating into it. My shoulders are lifted. There's a small rotation of constant tension here.
Last 5. And time. So again, you don't want to be flailing, you don't want to be moving about too much. As Emma said, you're pushing your elbow towards the ceiling and your armpit towards where the knee is leaning.
So you have 2 options for this. You get your dips. So your dips are that lean forward, bend the elbows, push up. Your back stays against that bench as we're doing it. We're not leaning forward. And the other is your tricep extension, where you sit tall, elbows point forward, then you bend all the way down your back and then straighten. Bend all the way down and straighten. So if the dip hurts your shoulders, or it doesn't feel comfortable, or you're not strong enough, get a dumbbell or a small weight and do that instead.
3, 2, let's go.
So stretch down, extend up, stretch down, extend up. And if you're doing them dips, roll your shoulders back, push your chest forward to start, and bend from there. Same with this here. If you're slouched, this with your elbows pointing like this here, you're not working the triceps. You're not working them optimally. Sit up tall, chest up, elbows back, and line
Last 5.
with the ears, and keep it working.
3, 2, 10. Everybody bopping heads in here in the corner.
Boxing. We're going to punch it out. So again, you can do just fast, or we're going to go for, or sorry, slow, or we're going to go for speed.
3, 2, let's go.
Come here.
Oh, good, Rachel.
Come on, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. You actually can.
Okay.
Perfect.
Halfway.
You ready to go for the last hit?
Put the feet up, let's go.
Let's go. Come on, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. V-sit. So again, you can have your feet on the floor with the knees bent, and you crunch up, back, crunch up, back. You can be elevated, and you can pull in, extend out to here. Shoulders are lifting, or we can extend, control, extend, control. It is up to you.
3, 2, let's go. So the key to this one is to choose which one you want to do from the start and use that. Don't be trying to do 3 or 4 different versions of it. You pick the one that you want to do and focus on the reps of that. If you're doing the easy version and you find that it's not challenging you enough, try a more advanced one then for a few reps, and then you can go back to the easier version if you find that it's too much. But you build your way up to these movements. You're in your last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 10. Well done.
Lateral raise. So with the lateral raise, you've got your dumbbells. From here, shoulders are back, relax down, and then we're going long. So we're not lifting the dumbbell up. We're aiming them out to the wall. Turn the small finger up slightly. Not what some people do when I say that, is they just lift the small finger up into the air. Actually, twist it like this very slightly, because it engages the mid-delt. So you twist it up, you control, twist it up, control, but don't turn it into a hammer grip. You're not turning it right up.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, let's go.
Do you want these ones?
No more.
So we're going long. So whenever you go long and you're aiming as if your arms are getting stretched out to the side, you can't lift past 90 degrees. You can't end up lifting up like this. So it's ending up above your head, you're lifting the dumbbells up to the ceiling, you're not lifting them out to the side. And then don't let them relax at the bottom. Keep tension. So as I lower down, I still have tension in that shoulder and then I lift up. It's never a stage where it's relaxed down or it's swung in and swung up.
2 and 10. What I always love about that one is that even if you pick up, but it's mainly they're really lightweight, even if you're only using a jar of dumbbell, you'll feel that after a few reps.
We're doing a bicep curl to shoulder press. Do you want to use that?
Yeah.
So bicep curl to shoulder press. So from there, we're going to curl that weight up. We're going to press above the head, back down, back down. With dumbbells and rails, really the same thing. What's that like?
What do you say?
Curl it up.
Curl.
Shoulder press.
Up.
Back down the chest, and then straight in the arm. From there. So one with kettlebell, others with dumbbells. Same thing, just different ways of holding it.
3, 2, let's go.
So curl, bend the elbows, press it up, back to the chest, straight in the arm. So 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't turn it into this sort of hybrid, sloppy. You're not really doing either. Make it what it is. Bicep curl, shoulder press,
If you're
chest,
using
bicep curl.
bells like I'm using here or jars, a wee twist of the wrist.
Yeah.
So bring it up towards you. Your
Put it in your
palms
foot.
of your hands towards your chest. Turn them towards each other and lift. And your ears are hitting off your bicep. Last 3, 2, and 10. So just get that wee twist in as one of your moves when you're counting. It's a good way up.
Rather than press above
Yeah.
the head and it's still facing like a bicep,
So keep on
facing
plus
forward.
something. What's next?
Perfect, you finished?
Show the extension, listen to it.
So
Okay.
again, it can be elevated, guys, like we say every other day. And here, and back out again. You can step it down, walk out, walk in, walk up, or do the burpee.
3, 2, let's go. Half. That's 5. Let's do one more. And 10. Well done.
Good, right? That is that. And we're doing that again. So use alternatives. If one doesn't suit, use alternative exercise for it instead. You're always just trying to keep everything moving rather than trying to do something you can't do. Like Maria, because she's injured, she just can't get down to the lunge. Certain things are just twinging a little bit, so don't work through them. At times the mindset is, I'll power on through and keep it going. And yeah, you might get it into that session, because once you get warmed up, the muscle relaxes, and where your shoulder relaxes, blood starts pumping through it, lubricates it up, heats it up, and then it feels fine. And you think to yourself, sure, that's grand, I was able to get through that session. But then you wake up the next morning, and it's been allowed to relax all night and not move as much, and not as much blood pumping through it, and it hurts even worse. So don't force through things. A little bit of rest now will allow you to recover and allow you to train for a lot longer. This is what we always try to get through to people. Ain't no medals for being hardcore and hurting yourself. Lunge, so whenever you're ready.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, let's go.
So step back up, step back up.
And really there's nothing stopping me probably doing that, but that fear of hurting myself again. So I'm just not going to do it today, because I think when the fear is there, you're concentrating on the wrong things, you're not concentrating on the muscles that you should be. So I'm just going to step out of that today. You're halfway. Last 10 seconds. Keep your chest tall. Try not to bang the knee off the floor. Last 3, 2,
More on that.
and 10. Well done.
To get down. To get that Russian twist again. One time without weight. Again, as long as the movement is this. So rotation from that waist, not this. Your chest stays forward and you're just swinging your arms. They're very different exercises. Where one's working what we want into the oblique, and the other isn't.
Okay.
Chest up. Push your chest up the ceiling, tall spine, lean back slightly. Once you feel the core engaged, that's as far as you need to go.
3, 2, let's go.
Again, we can elevate the arms. If you add a longer lever, which will add more pressure on, you won't need as much weight, or you can keep them bent as long as you're rotating from the waist. You start feeling it in the back. What's happened is, as you start rotating, relax and you slouch. Chest up, straighten that spine, breathe and rotate.
And if you're advancing at the three where you've got your feet up, just make sure that it doesn't become a balance exercise. It's still working the core and your obliques. You're in your last 3 seconds.
Don't relax just because you've lifted the feet.
And time. And you also want to make sure that you don't automatically pump the back when you lift the legs.
Skitter hop. So we've got different levels for this here. Again, you've got your small to here, you've got moderate to here, and then you've got advanced to there, side to side.
3, 2, let's go.
Did you come any closer?
No, just not.
I know, we're back. You must stood for us time, but you had no children yet that one. We're bad thing.
10 seconds.
Who wants to see what Maria's really made of? Come on, Brie.
You don't want to see what.
Well, I've seen it before.
And time.
That plank and touch. So again, it can be that touch to the shoulder. It can just be a push up plank. What we're doing is this lever. Touch. Back down. The reason for that is just to add a different element. Where you're here, you're not challenging balance as much because you can do fast. Here, in order to get back fast, if you go to dip, your hand will straight on the floor. So we're keeping a straight lever arm to here. We're slowing it all down. What we're not doing is this. If you twist, you've lost the core. Are you ready?
3, 2, let's go.
And if you're strong in the core and you think to yourself, this is easy, there's 2 reasons for that. Either you're not engaging your core and the body's relaxed, which you won't feel it, or your feet's wide and you're too strong for that now. Walk your feet closer together. You walk your feet right in from here. Get the hand right under the shoulder. Take that core, squeeze the glutes.
Keep the pelvis low as well.
And you see on one side, I had to sort of speed a little bit.
5 seconds. And
So your feet close together, your hips now have to do all the balancing. The weight of the feet you can offset a little bit because of the width of the feet. Squats. Once you're ready.
3, 2, let's go.
So toes out very slightly, unless you've got good ankle mobility. If you've good ankle mobility, you can keep your feet together and you still get down on your squat with your chest tall. A lot of people's issues sometimes come from the ankles don't bend and flex like they should. So then they start moving their body in ways that they don't need to. They try and get their depth in their squat.
That's 5.
Okay. Bicycle crunch. Again, we've got those different positions where you are either feet on the floor or just lifting. For beginners, intermediate, long, you're still touching the floor for that balance. Advanced, we're not. And you're allowing the core to do all the work.
3, 2, let's go. So again, pick the one that you want to do and keep the reps up. So again, all of these exercises, you always have to think about the middle move. Often people pass the middle move and that's where the rocking comes from. Steady yourself in the middle before you go to the other side. So you can't see Emmett doing it here, but he is doing it. He is holding at the centre before he moves to the next side.
It's just a small
10 seconds.
thing. I'm not rushing, I could rush.
Yeah.
But when I rush, I lose that engagement with my core.
Yeah.
And now I'm relying on momentum
2,
to try and create that
and time.
tension. Whereas when I control it like this, with that slow movement, the muscle is working through that tempo here,
2.
rather than this. One's going to work the muscle, one you're just moving the movement. Remember, dips, tricep extension. So again, you can do your dip, bending off that chair, and back up again. If you feel the shoulder in that, we're doing that tricep extension with that weight overhead, extending down and back up. It's up to you which one you want to do.
3, 2, let's go.
I'm sitting down for this because you can see what I'm doing. If I stood up, you wouldn't see the movement, what I'm doing, because it'll be out of the screen. So Maria's doing the steps, she's bending her elbows and straightening up.
Right into place.
Right into place possibly. And what she wants to do is keep her back against that windowsill. Because once you start coming away from the windowsill,
You feel the difference?
you're back into your shoulder
5
cranking,
seconds, my God.
not working the tricep.
And tight. You really do feel the difference actually there. I was kind of aware that I was low here and that's why I probably moved forward.
Yeah, but one is this here, doing this, and then you push up. You're dipping, push up. You ever seen guys in the gym on the bar where they go down and then straighten up? You go down and you straighten up. The other, if they were doing it the way some people do it, is they'd be trying to do this off the bar.
No. Okay. What's next?
You'd be swinging, not working the muscle, not working the tricep. Boxing.
Ready?
Always
3, 2, let's go.
slow or fast, it's up to you. What you want to do.
Good way is to get the feet going first. When you've got the feet going, then you add the punches. When you start down hit and don't know where you're going, it becomes a bit difficult to coordinate. You're halfway.
Come on, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
I'm going to speed it up now for the last 10. Let's go.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Reset. Alright, let's see what you really want to do. So again, you've got that intermediate here. You can go to the floor and back up, or you've got that extension. You can pull that in. You can send that low if you want, as long as your core is doing the work, not your back.
3, 2, let's go. So again, which one are you doing? Focus on the reps now and focus on the moves. You shouldn't be throwing yourself into this. Your core should be bringing your body up. So make sure it's not your back and shoulders that are doing the work here. Again, always be thinking about your technique. That is how you stay safe during your exercises. Last 10 seconds. Breathe as you come up. Last 5, 3, 2, and time. Well done.
Lateral raise. That's the deal. I'm giving you the option, I'm trading it. I'm not wasted.
Alright, so. I'm going to put this one. Tighten the resist. Come on. That was all the skills. Watch your break your thumb. 3, 2, let's go.
Hit to the side, small twist of the wrist, small finger up. And what you don't want to do either, if the weights are slightly too heavy, is as you start to lift, you feel them coming up around your ears, like this. Relax them down and back, and let the arms do the work. So long. So if this is happening where it's raising up and you feel like you're shrugging, the weight's too heavy, or you aren't pinning them down and going for long, you're still trying to lift.
That's fine.
Your body's just trying to do it in a different way.
And tight. And you want to make sure that that down is controlled.
Control.
Because if you let it fall, muscles aren't working.
So the tempo for that you do in most of them exercises that I would prescribe is 2:1 tempo. So on the difficult part, which would be the actual lowering, you go slower. 1, 2, no stop. 1, 1, 2, no stop. 1, no stop at the top. So 2, 0, 1, 0. It's a simple way to remember it in your head so that you're working what we need out of that muscle. Bicep curl to shoulder press. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because there's 2 exercises in this, just control that up with about 1.5 to 2 seconds in each one. Whenever you're ready.
3, 2, let's go.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're doing a strength exercise like this, where you're targeting a smaller muscle group, don't try and turn it into a cardio exercise. Don't be like this here, trying to blast it out. Control it. Work the muscle. I'm saying this because I see it. And I know some people straight away would have gone, especially those with the belts, and they give them the red. It's like, you're training your biceps. You shouldn't be getting a red training your biceps. See if that for the burpee is coming next. Because if you're going red with your with this exercise and then the burpee you're staying on the green, you're fooling yourself.
And tight.
I want to see red in exercises like burpees.
Can't get you red anymore at all.
Yeah, you heard it, please say.
Yes, did.
So now you actually know that I was right when you were
Yeah,
putting
you
it
were
handy.
right. He was
Handy.
right.
Always.
You all heard that. It's on record once in his life. He was right. Okay, ready to go? Burpees? 3, 2, let's go.
Someone who needs me, Stevie Wonder. Come on, Red. I don't see no red here.
We all ready?
You're not even in the grey. Why are you doing that?
Why not?
So you're doing total body extension.
The burpees last 2 so
10 seconds, let's go. Hold that up to the last one.
That's what I do. And down. That is all just you. Ooh.
That's it. Grab a drink and straight out.
So beautiful out there. Where are we going today? Nowhere! Have a nice day at the house.
So we're going to stretch that out. Legs not up and back. I know. Happens every time we stretch this up. Out the side, stretch back. Round the front, straight to forward. And cross pull after you pull it up and it's dark.
That's okay.
And change. Matter it takes over even with the legs.
I didn't realise that was doing
Just takes over the camera and then it'll darken the screen. Straight out back. Relax out. So again, you can balance against the wall if you need. Foot up and knees together. So touch your knees together and push your pelvis forward. You'll get that straight. You'll probably find a point where you're really tight. We'll change that stretch. So foot up, knee together, hold the stretch. Straighten the body up. Relax that. Step forward with the leg, sit back into the hip. We will change, same thing, sit back into the hip. Pick that up and then big step back. Pelvis foot forward, drop down into the stretch. And change. Pelvis foot forward, drop down into the stretch. And we'll bring that up. And that's us. Friday done. Back tomorrow with a Saturday stretch. Have a good Friday, guys. Enjoy the weekend. And we will see you all Monday morning.
Yep.